the things where you know go fit to fine, and you know go fit to fine. Cause I don't wanna be with you.
We are not doing this today. We're doing this, the Oraimo Freepods Pro. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Mr. Original. Today I'll be talking about the basic features of the Oraimo Freepods Pro. Not too much serere. So this device comes with a version Bluetooth 5.2, which allows a faster audio data transmission between your phone, computer, and your true wireless boards. And then the charging case also comes with a Type-C input, which allows reverse charging. You could charge either ways, doesn't matter. The charging case comes with a battery capacity of 510 mAh, while the board itself comes with a battery capacity of 70 mAh. So the board itself gives you about 13 hours of music playtime. 13 hours of music playtime. Definitely not on full blasts. It also gives you 9 hours of talk time, which is true because I tried that personally. No, I didn't have to talk for 9 straight hours, but I mean, based on the few times that I've used it, yeah, possibly. Yeah, guys, so we're talking about the pro features for the Oraimo Freepods Pro. I mean, it's a pro version. So as with other audio pro devices, I mean, I'm talking about for AirPods, the Apple AirPods Pro, the Samsung boards, the Sony boards. I mean, all of these are pro devices and they have one thing in common. I mean, pro features. Talking about ANC, that's the Active Noise Cancellation, and then the transparency mode. Yeah, Apple went a notch higher by giving us the spatial audio. So interestingly, I'd like to state that this device here comes with several pro features. There's the Active Noise Cancellation, which is fantastic. There's the transparency, beautiful, and there's the heavy bass mode, which is fantastic. There is the gaming mode, which gives you a low latency when you're playing video games. And then there is I need to tell you this one real quick, a new added feature, the in-ear detection. You put in, once you take away your earbuds from your ear while listening to music, your music pauses automatically. And then you also have the Google Pop-Up notification, which is just for Google devices, I mean Android devices, and I think you need to be on Android version 6.0 to be able to run these features. So yeah, I want us to go in depth, talk about each features and how well they sit on the AirPods. So we'll be talking firstly, number one, about the pop-up notification. For the Google pop-up notification, I am not, I'll be very honest, this is a review. I am not particularly impressed with this feature because I mean, it is not a feature that works 100% most of the time. In a moment it works, in another moment it doesn't work. It is not consistent. So I think most of the time, if you have an Android device, you need to go into your your control settings, your Bluetooth, and then pair again for this thing to work. So it's not constant. I like to think that a better way to improve this is to designate a chip like the Apple devices by giving it probably the H1 chip or something to further boost all of these notification processes. I think that they can come in there, designate a chip to enable smooth transitions, like smooth pop-up. And then the drawback is you cannot run this on an Apple device. No pop-up notifications at all for Apple devices. So for Apple devices, you basically need to go to your control center, toggle into your Bluetooth settings, turn on and pair. Yeah, so that's for the pop-up. And then for the in-ear detection, I think I'll give that probably a 10 over 10. Solid, solid, solid. That is firm, solid. I think it's a fantastic features. No hassle, no shakes, no misfit. I think that goes well. And then we look particularly interested in the active noise cancellation because there's been so much noise. I followed Oraimo through down to the last FreePods where you had the passive noise cancellation or the environmental noise cancellation, which I wasn't really particularly impressed because that had to do with the ear tips. But for this is bringing the active noise cancellation to the Oraimo Freepods Pro. So I got to play around this feature and I can tell you very well that I'm impressed. I mean, this is a budget-friendly FreePods. I mean, I'm totally impressed because I tried it and then it blocked off all my noise, surrounding noise, and I can tell you for sure that this is good. If I were to give it a rating, I mean, I'll probably give it like 6.5 over 10. I mean, it's 7 over 10, sorry. Impressive for a budget-friendly device. I mean, it's cool. Then we get to talk about the transparency mode. Transparency mode, I'm not totally, I mean, it's a good one, not solid. 5 over 10 my rating. No, nothing really super about that. I think my rating for that is 5 over 10. And then for the heavy bass mode, I'm trying to figure out what this is. First of all, I did like to state that for the sound quality for this device, much of the credit needs to go to the fact that there's the active noise cancellation, which blocks off some of the surrounding ears around you, and then while you play music you get to hear proper sound. But aside that, the sound drivers, I'm not really impressed. I think it is matchy here and there. I don't really think that you get to hear most of, I mean, the filtered sounds like you would hear in other good quality AirPods. So heavy bass, I'm trying hard to really understand what this feature does. I'm not totally impressed with this. I think my rating for that is probably 5 over 10 as well too. And then we go to the gaming mode. For nerds and gamers that are so particular about sound, that are so particular about, I mean, when you're on a game like PUBG or COD, you want to hear footsteps when you pick your gun across the room. You want to hear sounds. You want to pick every details. And I mean, this device runs on a version 5.2, which basically somewhat takes away, I mean, it improves the game latency. I mean, this is version 5.2. It's supposed to give you a faster communication between your phone or laptop and your true wireless buds. So 5.2 does the job basically of dropping down the latency, gaming latency. But then this device states that it has a low gaming latency. It's one of the features. I mean, one of the pro features. I've tried using this, tried it a couple of times, and I can tell you that I really did not notice any difference aside the fact that you're running on the version 5.2, which I stated earlier on. So for that, I like to think 6 over 10. I mean 6 over 10 because I mean it is there. So 6 over 10, and then because it runs on the version 5.2. Yeah, and then what else? My first impression, I think that overall, if I were to give this a rating, I mean, packed in with your transparency, active noise cancellation, your Google pop-up notification, your in-ear detections, your AV bars. If I were to pack all of that up in one room and give it a rating, I'll probably give this device a 6.5 over 10, which is not bad. I mean, based on the fact that it's a budget-friendly FreePod. So I think it's a good one from Oraimo. Not bad. Are there rooms for improvement? Definitely. I think that as time passes on, I think the next set of generation FreePods Pro will do definitely better than this. Yeah, so catch you on the next one.